Hey guys, I just want to do a little video. Matter of fact, I'm going to title it is CO2 necessary in a planning tank? Well, I've only had my CO2 finally up and running for maybe a week, maybe a week and a half. And you can see the S ribbons has been taking off. I have to trim that back and plant it. Almost all the blackbeard algae's gone completely. This Java moss is going crazy. My Valsinaria, all the melted pieces are gone. All that new growth has come in. My red tiger lotus, it sprouted a whole bunch of new leaves. I still have yet to have one that goes all the way to the top. My Blixa, it started melting back. It's actually coming back to life. Got a lot of new shoots on it. This crypt right here, I think it's Parva. I mean, that's taking off now. And I got quite a bit of pearling going on from the water wisteria. And one of the reasons why pearling's so good in the tank is because it's actually releasing oxygen into the water. More than, normal. Over there's pearling too. But it's really pearling right here. And of course, the angelfishes have to be all up in the grill. I mean, just look at that pearl. So, I even have some Java moss pearling too. Not as much, but I mean, you can see right there all the air bubbles that's on it. So, I guess the answer to this question is CO2 needed in a planted tank. I wouldn't say it's needed, but it's really helpful. Matter of fact, even the creeping Jenny that's floating here is pearling. It's the first time I've ever seen creeping Jenny pearl. I'm seeing a bunch of air bubbles happening over here. I think that crypt right there is actually pearling. Yeah, it is. Creeping Jenny back there is all pearling. So, CO2, definitely beneficial in an aquarium. I mean, if you have a low light setup, like most of my plants, they are technically low light. I mean, you could get away with not doing CO2, but just the benefits all around of having CO2 added to the water column. I mean, you see all the pearling, it speaks for itself. And because of all the pearling going on, I don't have the need for an air stone in here to oxygenate the water, which I very rarely use air stones in my aquariums. Like, well, the light's off right now, but I have the do-it-yourself bubble filter on there. And then my beta tank, I have the under gravel filter, which you need to have one. But I mean, this big tank with all the plants and everything pearling, I mean, it's oxygenating this water really well. And now since this tank light's off, I have it set to shut off half an hour before this and come on half an hour. As you can see, CO2 is not running anymore. So, and of course, I always dose my ferts and stuff like that, which does help with the plant growth, but the addition of CO2 is by far the most beneficial thing you'll ever put in your tank. Huh. I have a weird plant back there. I've never seen that before. But even the bucephalandra, let me get over here. Even the bucephalandra is purling. And I didn't even know bucephalandra purled. Okay, I see you. I think it's slowed down now, but matter of fact, I need to get some root tabs back there for that water wisteria back there. It spread all the way across the back there. So I wonder if that's just a root-like structure or if that's something I'm going to have to worry about. I think it's just roots. The plant's probably saying trim me. So, if you're going to have a heavily planted tank and no airstone in your tank or whatnot, use CO2. If you want a lot of plant growth, use CO2. Oh, looks like my Tetra. Oh, where'd she go? Damn it. I haven't fed these guys in a little while. And a couple of them have bulging bellies, which tells me that they're probably holding eggs. I'm trying to get this to the point where there's enough plant in here where, you know, fry will be able to hide. Matter of fact, I still have a bunch of baby guppies up here in this tangled mess. I was going to scoop that out, but decided against it. And as you can see, the S repens here in the front, I mean, that just took off. I mean, yeah. But, alright guys. I'll catch you later. Well, I just saw this and I decided to add on to this video. The bulb that left go of this started to form a new plant right there. So I'll let that take off, see what's going on. And this guy right here is already sending out a runner. So it's always good when I see that. So that means I'm got to get this transplanted back in there with the creeping Jenny a little bit. I'm going to try and mix the two, see how it looks. This little bit of a darker green against that gold, that'd be really nice. And then dwarf hairgrass here is sending out all kinds of runners. I need to get that tucked down into the substrate because I want right here where the rock work is to be filled in with the dwarf hairgrass. I think that would look nice. Nice contrast. But, alright, that was all I wanted to say. Later.